Bulletin. DUT students marched through the Durban CBD to protest against women abuse. The International Forum on Elite Sports takes Durban by storm.
And DUT postgraduate students carry out a community outreach project in Inanda.
Good day, I'm Chris Amons.
And I'm Vinal Naidu. And you're watching Journalism is Eco News.
The Durban University of Technology held a silent protest against sexual violence and gender-based violence. The march started at the Steve Biko campus and made its way to Durban City Hall.
Hundreds of silent protesters marched from Durban University of Technology to Durban City Hall in hopes of raising awareness against sexual violence. AFH Advocacy Manager Larissa Klausinga explains the purpose of the event.
With the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, I'm the Policy and Advocacy Manager for Southern Africa. The event today is called the Silent Protest, and what we're trying to do as an HIV organization is help people understand that there's a clear connection between gender-based violence and HIV.
Klausinga emphasizes on the action of taping the mouth.
Well, let me ask you, how do you explain silence to people? How do you make it visible? We know that the majority of rape survivors are unable to report because the people that have raped them are known to them. They are afraid for their lives. The people that have raped them are members of their own family, members of staff, their teachers, respected members of the community, the police. What we're trying to do is find a visible metaphor for that silence.
Silent Protest Coordinator Malusi Dlamini from Student Counseling explains the purpose of getting the university involved.
So for us, it was even more important that we make it a bigger and far-reaching project. So essentially why we're doing the silent protest is because we are wanting, as the university, to also be vocal and show that our students are critical members of society that can also have an input in terms of speaking against gender-based violence.
Shanice Pele, Journalism is Eco, Durban.
The International Forum on Elite Sport is currently underway at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. The theme for this year's forum is Sustainable Performance, and over 300 delegates from all over the world are currently in attendance. The 10th International Forum on Elite Sport kicked off at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban yesterday. The theme for this year's forum is Sustainable Performance, and the focus on day one was leadership, which former sporting great Gary Kirsten addressed.
How do we add value, and it's in what context, can we add value? So, for me, my context has really come from a unique space, having been a professional player for 17 years, and then kind of by default going into the coaching space. But I've been really privileged to have had the opportunity to work with some fantastic players, and my key learning has always been how to get the best out of them.
President of SASCOC, Mr. Gideon Sam, is excited about the learning and networking opportunities this forum will have on our local coaches.
But it's also good for our own people who are out there in the rural areas, who are coaching at schools, to come along and see what the people are talking about and learn, so that they can go back and put together whatever programs they want to put together, but also know that I can write a letter to the guy from Barcelona and he'll give me some input. That is critical.
It's been a jam-packed day at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban, as leaders from sport from all over the world have come together to discuss different strategies of sport which they can implement in their countries. From day one of the International Forum on Elite Sport, I'm Vinal Naidu, reporting for Journalism is Eco. And to end, the Durban University of Technology's Postgraduate Association carried out an outreach project in Inanda as a part of DUT's first ever Postgraduate Week. The DUT Postgrad Association carried out an outreach project in Inanda for the inaugural Postgrad Week.
Disseminating the information to people to work to solve people's solution. At this point,
President of the Postgrad Association hoped that this will take students away from research and bring them together.
The DUT Postgraduate Week is about bringing postgraduate students together, do away with the stress of research, and have some social engagement with one another. And we have identified Inanda as one of the places we would like to come to because we also want to give back to the society.
Students explained to matriculants on the opportunities that DUT has to offer as matric finals are a few months away. The school and the teachers were quite appreciative of the visit as there were a lot of questions they needed answers to. Vinal Naidu, Journalism is Eco, Durban.
That's all we have time for today.
Catch us next time for your news, sports and entertainment headlines.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Chris Amons.
And I'm Vinal Naidu.
Goodbye.